Hey everyone, welcome back to our scenes. So in today's video we'll be studying how to draw brain in simple steps. Okay, how to keep the ratio of the sizes, everything we'll be studying. Okay, so let's get started. To draw brain, to keep the ratio of the sizes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark some points here. Okay, I'm going to start with 0. I'm going to mark a point at 0. I'm going to mark a point at 6.5 up to 7. You can go for this. Then at 5 and then at 2. So a point at 0, a point at 2, a point at 5, a point at 6.5 or 7. It does not matter much. Okay. And then for the second point from the topmost part from 0 and whatever I have marked at 2 centimeter, I'm going to connect my 3.5 centimeter and then I'm going to start marking. I'm going to mark at 0, at 2, at 5 and at 7. Okay. So this is just to, keep the shape proper. So as you can see here, the horizontal points, okay, we have got 5. I'm going to start from the second one, second, third, fourth. So between this I'm going to draw something. So what I'll do is just below this I'm going to shape something, an arc shaped. I'm going to take this below and I'm going to draw a tapered end on the side. So this is supposed to be like this. On this side it's supposed to be slightly thicker, while as on the other side it's supposed to be narrower. Then right around this I'm going to draw my outline of this. So while drawing my outline I'm going to take care that this side is little narrower, while on this side it's little on the thicker side. So now as I'm doing this I'm going to take a little dip. I'm going to draw a mountain. Then as I'm coming down, as I rise up, I'll draw a little hill. Then comes my volcano. Okay. And then I'm going to take a little downwards. So you can see that this is supposed to go in the slanting manner, not on a straight manner. So now for this side, you can see the hill. Right in front of the hill, what I should do is, I'll take a little dip and then I'm going to draw a little balloon and a little larger balloon. And then I'm going to come down with just a little tapering, and then comes a little scallop, then comes a tapered scallop which is running straight down. Okay, so now inside I need to draw something. So this is supposed to be the midbrain. Okay, what I'll do is instead of drawing it straighter, I'll draw it a little slant here, and then I'm going to come this way slanting till my hill, and then the slanting is supposed to again change its direction towards the other side, and it's just going to waver down. Then from this side I'm just going to draw, just keep it curvier, and wherever my balloons are I'm going to take it there. Okay, and then again I'm going to keep the edges curvier. I'm going to come straight over here and then I'm going to draw this, complete this. Okay, let me make this clearer. Okay, so now on this side, whatever volcano we have left behind, from this volcano comes little branches. So 3 branches to my right, 3 branches to my front, and 3 branches to the bottom. And this is going to connect back. Now around this, as we used to draw as kids, clover leaf pattern, the 3 leaf pattern, just that I'm going to keep this a little shakier. So whatever my pencil I'm using, I'm going to just scribble it around. Then right from this point, I'm going to draw a double line to this. Not very narrower, but slightly thicker. And then inside this, I'm going to fill this with lines, okay, horizontal bars. Okay, so this is supposed to go all the way around till I reach the other end, and this is done. Now we need to draw the upper part, the cerebrum part. So this has to start from here. The first thing what you need to do is you just need to draw a little lighter sketch. Okay, as you're drawing this, just take care that your points are somewhere nearer to it. Okay, and you have to meet this somewhere here. See to it that your points are not lost. Give a proper shaping. Okay, according to your brain, it's supposed to be slightly rounder. So you can adjust your shaping based on how your ratio fits. Okay, now I'm just going to keep this lighter because I need some work to do on this. So first thing what I'm going to do is, whatever I have drawn now, I'm going to draw scallops over here. So for the first one, I'm going to draw a bigger scallop, then comes smaller, tinier, bigger. Okay, so just in this manner I'll go on drawing. Okay, right at this point where you are diagonal to this point, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this something like this, and then this completes it. Okay, so now comes the other part, the inside part I need to draw. Okay, so before that what I'll do is, you can see this part what we have drawn first. So I'm going to draw here scallops as well. Okay, again ranging in sizes. Now the question about how to fill it inside. So the inside is supposed to be convolutions. Okay, so here normally students who are very bad at it, what they do is they just draw cloud like patterns. Okay, just scallops inside. You can fill it if you are very bad at drawing. Now if you are very good at drawing, then obviously you can copy it as it is supposed to be in the textbook. Okay, now if you are just trying to keep it simpler and not very much bulkier and to complete it within a given time, so what you can do is, see here, this convolution is nothing but they are tubes which are close together, which are shrink together in that particular shape. So we are going to give it something like that kind of look. So I'll start with this part. Okay, so wherever this scallop comes, I'm going to make it like this. Okay, this R shows that there is muscles have been accumulated over there. Okay, so wherever it ends, again I'm going to give it to R. Okay, and then as you can see here, what I'm going to do is, at this part somewhere I'm going to draw a W like stuff, and then I'm going to give a R to one of this. Again this is going to form an R. Okay, and somewhere this is going to connect here. This is all somewhere inside your brain. Okay, and you need not follow a certain pattern in order to get this done. You can just follow however you want it to. There is no peculiar way if you are actually going to do it. If you actually need it to by heart as it is, then it's going to be slightly difficult to you, because it's not going to work like that anyway. You cannot keep on remembering it with alphabets and all. So this is what we do. Wherever I can, I'm going to fill this with some kind of lines where it will give me the look which I am desiring over here. That is the convoluted look. Okay. So this, I'm done with this. Okay, now I need to draw the outer line. Okay, to draw the outer line, we have marked the fifth, right, 5 centimeter point. This is 6.5 centimeter point, and this is the fifth one. So right from this point, you have to start a line which has to cover this entire brain, and it has to reach till here. Okay, this entire cerebellum, everything has to be covered. So we'll draw that first. Okay, I'm going to keep a distance above this, slight distance. I'm going to reach the other end now. Okay, right on this, I'm going to draw 2 more lines. This is supposed to be the protective layer which is present on the brain, what we call as meninges. But we don't have to study anything related to this, you don't have anything related to that particular topic in your brain part where the theoretical part is present. So we are going to complete this here, and then again I'm going to draw the third line. My third line, again it rises from the bottom, it goes up, it goes all the way to the other side. Okay, I can keep it nearer to give it a clear look. I cannot keep it much nearer here because it won't be clearer to you. Okay, so this is supposed to be slightly nearer. Okay, if you take it slightly nearer, then this will look exactly how you are supposed to make it look. Okay, then this here, your diagrams picture, whatever you have to draw, it ends over here. There is something extra over here in your textbook, but you don't have any, anything to do with it. This is actually something which is an extra layer on this. So this goes like a 4th layer. Okay, if you want, you can draw this, or if you want, you can omit this. So this is not needed. This goes slightly at a distance from your third line. Okay, you can see here I have kept the distance to be a little higher. Now after coming to this point, what you're supposed to do is here, right in front of your balloon, right here. Okay, yeah, it's supposed to mark it over here. You're supposed to take this a little below, okay, in the form of a beak like structure, and then meet it down over here and complete it. Right here you have got something like this P-like structure. So we'll just keep it as it is now. Next comes your labeling. So the first part I will be marking here is your cerebrum. Then comes, so this external layer, whatever we have drawn with this P-like structure, the thicker layer, it's supposed to be your cranium. Then this part, the central part what we have drawn, this is your midbrain. This tree-like structure, your cerebellum. Okay, the volcano what we have drawn. And this lower stem or the stick which is running below, this is your spinal cord. Okay, now let's come on the other side. Okay, this, can you see this point-like structure what you have drawn here for this? Okay, this one is your hypothalamus. Okay, and among these 2 balloons, the bigger one, this is supposed to be your pituitary gland, the master gland. Okay, and among the scallops, the first one is supposed to be your pons. This is supposed to be a part of your midbrain, sorry, hindbrain. And the lowest scallop, what you have, we call this as medulla. Okay, and your brain diagram is drawn. Okay, let me know if you have got any doubts in the comment section. Okay, and I'll try to solve your doubts as soon as possible. Till then, thank you for watching.